Hey guys, we're playing Birthday's the Beginning today, and I will explain more after, the scene. My grandpa loved to read and own lots of books. Too many to count. When I was a kid, I used to borrow his books in secret and read them, okay? Alright. So basically, I'll sum up on the rest of that, blah blah blah. She finds this alien creature. Alien creature's like, hey, you can start life. And then she's like, oh, cool. And she makes all these creatures, finds new life forms. That's basically what this game is about. But the reason why we're doing this is because birthday's the beginning. And today, guess what, is my birthday. And I got this game for my last birthday. So we're going down a trip down memory lane, okay? So I did experiment with this a long time ago. We're going to be starting a new game, though, because obviously I'm not just going to load up one day. A day like any other day, I was reading a book when an old piece of scrap paper fell out. It looked like a small map. Specifically, a map of this area and in the forest, a spot that had been marked. Maybe it's a treasure map. A childish notion, I know. I had no way of knowing if the map was real or not, but it didn't seem too far away, so away I went. Pockets of sunlight seeped through the dense canopy of trees, dimly shining my way as I walked through the dark forest. And right when I thought, I think this is the spot, a beam of light appeared before me. At that moment, I wanted to run, but my feet wouldn't budge. So there I stood, and then as if beckoning me, the light began to move. And my feet responded in kind. I felt like a puppet. There was nothing I could do. I eventually arrived at the entrance to a cave. The light continued into the cave. My feet continued after it. Shortly after, I lost consciousness. When I woke up, there was a giant cube before me. Next to it, a smaller cube, like an object, and a creature I have never seen before. And with that, the strangest incident of my life had begun. Welcome to this unknown world. I don't have a name myself, but if you want, you can call me Navi. That red guy is your avatar. You can give it any name you want. Okay, so guys, we're gonna name this guy Captain, okay? Captain. Oh, it doesn't let you do spaces. I was going to do Captain Bluebeard. Captain Blue. I'm going to name him. Oh, no, there's a certain limit. Alright. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do Captain Blue. Is that okay? Yes. For a long time, my job has been to birth life on worlds such as this one. But lately, things haven't gone right. I know everything about this world, but I can't do anything on my own. So I called upon you. I'm sure you don't understand, but trust me, you are the chosen one. You seem confused. I just need help, that's all. I'm sure you won't let me down. If life can be birthed on this world, I can finally complete my task. And then you can return to your world. Together we can move forward. It's our only option. First things first, you need to know the rules of this world. Now let's begin. I already know how to do all this, I'm just telling you guys. You see that red square, that's the cursor. It can highlight various things. When raising and lowering the cursor will be the center point. You can also specify an area to use items. Let's try moving first. Use the left stick to move the cursor wherever you like. You can move any direction this way. If you hold L2 at the same time, you can even move even faster. You can also use L1 to change your point of view and hold L1 to move your right stick and zoom in and out. You see that small map at the top right? That's the mini-map. There's a lot of location highlighted in the red on the mini-map. Wait, there's a location highlighted in the red on the mini-map. Why don't you head over there? Alright, well, let's go over here. Alright, everything seems okay. While we're at it, it'll explain the mini-map. The mini-map displays a bird's eye view of the entire cube. The red dot represents your location. The distribution of life and the condition of land is also displayed. It might look like drab now, but it'll get more lively if you do well. The direction that the red dot is pointing represents the direction you are facing. Next, we should move the terrain. You're probably wondering why. Well, it's a key part of birthing life in this world. Press R1 and the area selected by the cursor will arise. When you press R2, the area selected will lower. You can also do something like this. By raising or lowering the terrain, you can influence the world's environment. Basically, raising the land will decrease its temperature and lowering the land will increase it. This change in temperature will be displayed on the mini-map. However, temperature fluctuations are affected by other variables besides terrain elevation. By raising and lowering terrain, you shape the environment. In doing so, new life will be born that is suited for various environments. When a life form thrives and its population increases, you can birth new types of life. Repeating this cycle will allow you to birth various life forms. Now let's try raising and lowering the terrain. Press R1 to raise and press R2 to lower. Hold down either button for sustained raising or lowering. Also, you can use the left stick to move while you're raising and lowering the terrain. Okay, so basically, Navi. Navi wants me to do something else, but like, Navi, you know this giant pyramid? I don't think I've unlocked all those different forms yet. Don't you have to unlock them by like leveling up? Like, oh hey look, you could do this new thing, like, and have the cursor even bigger. So I can't get rid of this. Navi, what have you done, Navi? Alright, well, this world will be an experiment world. And then, the next video on this, we'll come back and we'll do an actual video. Alright, wait, so what did Navi tell me to do? I want you to try controlling the terrain. Press R1 to, alright. Let's do this then. I guess. Let's see. Navi, do you wanna tell me that I'm doing fine? I think that looks fine to me, everybody. I think Navi just doesn't like it. Alright, let's go like this. Making a little tiny castle over here. I know the temperature is decreasing, but it's only up on the mountain, I hope. If we go down here. Alright, well, that looks like a mighty fine mountain to me, Navi. I think she wants me to run out of energy, so. Did I just assume their gender? Alright, well, I guess this is where we could make a little ocean. We can start a little river over here, because we're gonna need to put this or fit this in somewhere over here. Looks like you've run out of HP. You can heal lost HP in Marco mode, but I'll heal you just this once. There are a lot of other ways to control the land. One way is by using items. You see that the yellow dot on the mini-map that represents an item. Head over there and obtain the value source. You just need to go near and I'll show you how to use it. Oh, it will never catch up to me. I will never let you get me. This is what I do. Alright. Good job. This item will dig a big hole in the ground. Press X to open the item menu. And press square to use it. Alright. I don't need to know all that. Okay, creates a 9x9. Alright, well, let's get out of there. So let's do this then. Now since we have all of our HP back up, / energy, we can just fill all this back up and now use the value source. So it said it creates a 9x9. Nice, let me go check that out. Creates a 9x9 -5 temperature valley. When you use a mountain source or a mountain range source, it may appear in the cube. Does it want me to create it over here? Should I use that on the pyramid? Yep, it doesn't want me to use it on the pyramid, that's why I couldn't. Nice, now it wants me to make another one right here. Navi, why you do this to me? Let's make this an ordinary mountain. Nobody likes him. I'm naming this mountain Mount Blue Blues. I want the temperature to be high. We want some safari animals up in here. So let's get some good temperature. Cause I don't want it to be cold. You get like weird animals when it's cold. We're trying to get exotic and safari animals. Exotic and safari. Alright, so now we got this giant pyramid, Navi, blah blah blah. Okay, let's just waste the rest of our energy. Okay, now let's go into, it's been so long I forgot how to go into Marco mode. I'd like you to use the value source on the red location indicated on the map. You can use the last one where you like. Oh, okay. Boom. What do you think? Useful, huh? There are lots of useful items, but right now I have something more important to tell you. So I have to tell you about the sea. It's the birthplace of all life. You can create water using the primordial drop. This is how it all starts. Try using the primordial drop in the hole you made with the value source. Alright, let's use it in here, guys. Woo! Yay! It's water! Congratulations! This is the first of what I hope will be many birthdays. In this world, this large pool of water that you created is called the sea. On the cursor status to the right, you can see that the height of the negatives, everything is in the negatives, and it's the sea. That's the rule of this world. I just have to yawn real quick, sorry. It's almost time for life to be born. Ha! If only things were that simple. But waiting around is pretty boring, so let's use an item to speed up. Ta-da! The broth of life. This amazing item creates organisms without fail. But you have to use it now into the sea. After all, that's the birthplace of all life. Alright, well, let's do this. Now all we have to do is wait for life to be born, but right now time is frozen. If time flowed normally while you tried to work, things would just turn bad real quick. So here's another important rule. Time only passes by when you watch the world unfold from a distance. So try pressing triangle. Exactly, we couldn't go into Marco mode before. The game hated us. Now you can watch the world from a distance, and you can adjust the distance with the right stick. This is called Marco mode, and it's very important if it's how to unfreeze time. When time passes, the cube's environment will change with each passing moment. When the cube's environment has fulfilled a condition, life will be born into the world. Let's watch time pass and see what happens. Press L1 to unfreeze time. Oh my god! Phytoplankton. The phytoplankton. It's plankton from SpongeBob. Alright. I need to know this. Okay, yeah, I need to show you the mechanics of birthing life. Temperature is the most important factor for life, okay? Generational and geographical change matters too, but the most important by far is temperature. Now, the ratio of the sea to land determines the temperature. The more land there is, the lower the temperature is, and the more sea there is, the higher the temperature. Elevation is also a factor. Higher elevations make lower temperatures and vice versa. If you remember that, while the shape of the terrain various life forms will be born. I'm like tripping all over my words here, Jesus. I mentioned before how you can progress time, but I'll tell you something a little more useful. At the bottom of the screen, you could change the speed at which time progresses. L1 will start and stop time. L2 will fast forward and stop time. Starting time will heal your HP, while you fast forward will consume it. Now let's try fast forwarding time. Oh, phytoplankton. Population's going up, guys. 143,000. Let's go. I say let's go to the cube here at 48,000. A new species has been born. That makes 3 birthdays now. Expect to see a lot more. As a reward, I'll heal your HP. Now, what was born was the zooplankton, the first multicellular organism. It eats phytoplankton to survive. This is the first link in the food chain. Let me explain a little more about life forms. Sometimes the environment can no longer support certain species, and when they begin to increase in number, when that happens, the species will adapt to the environment, and through evolution, a new species will be born. Sometimes one species will appear because another has gone extinct. Life sure is mysterious, isn't it? After the third life form is born, you can continue to go on. You can zoom in and change the terrain and stuff like that. Then just go into Marco mode and let time unfold again. If you are ever not sure what to do, press R3 for a hint. Use it whenever your need arises. Alright guys, well, let's go back into micro mode. Let's get rid of that because that really annoyed me. Usually, I don't think we could see, I don't think we could see plankton because they're so small. But usually you can go put in your book or whatever where you find them. Let's link these up because it annoys me how they're not linked up. But I want it to be flat up here. Too bad I can't increase the size of my cursor. This is just straight up boring. Alright, well, let's do this. You're out of energy! Macro mode. Macro. And stop. Oh, no. So, alright, let's go on. 60,000. Alright. Let's boom. Alright, so now we have a perfect ocean. Let's do this because this really annoyed me. Let's see. Ask Navi. What do we do, Navi? Make zooplankton multiply to birth stromalite. Phytoplankton release a lot of oxygen that zooplankton need. These names are tongue twisters, I'm telling you guys. Alright, let's do this. Let's get the phytoplankton up, so the zooplankton. Yep, stromatolite. Wow, another species was born. Another birthday to celebrate. They should make a species called Jacob, because it's my birthday, guys. Another birthday to celebrate. Jesus, we have so many birthdays to celebrate. This is stromatolite, a rock-like organism made of algae that lives in high-temperature shadows. Why was the stromatolite born, you ask? Because the location met the conditions for life, therefore it was born. That means you can expect them to thrive in these conditions too. Location factors are sorts of variables such as temperature, height, terrain, and more. You might want to zoom in and look for hints. Now you know the 3 important factors to birthing life: temperature, life form, prosperity/extinction, and location. These 3 factors have a deep connection to the births of this world. When life is born, other life might go extinct. Life forms that cannot adapt will die off. Life forms that are in danger of going extinct will display an explanation point in the life news. These explanations are getting lengthy, but please bear me. Press triangle to enter the world. Don't worry, Navi. It's fine, Navi. Don't leave me, Navi. I need your help. Macro and that thing where it goes to the PlayStation thing and it comes back, like, it's annoying. Now we've talked about the mini-map before. The mini-map will display the position of all organisms in the world. Items appear as yellow, but animals and plants are displayed as colored dots. Try looking for the stromatolite that was just born and is displayed as a pink dot. New life forms will be recorded into the library. The act is known as capturing. If you approach an organism you haven't captured yet, a pink triangle will appear. Click the touchpad button to capture the life form and add it to your library. The information can be viewed at any time. The organism info will be displayed in the window. Now give it a try. Alright guys, let's go. It's the stromatolite. Let's capture it. Alright, so let's see. Population 360, birth temperature 38 to 53. Yeah, so right now we're at 53, so it can adapt to -2 all the way up to 68, so that's good. -2 Celsius all the way up to 68 Celsius. So we got that. Oh yeah, HP went up. Congratulations on leveling up. There's one more benefit to capturing. It's how you obtain EXP. It is used to power up your avatar. The more you capture, the more EXP you gain. You gain to level up your avatar. You'll gain more HP for creating terrain, and you can adjust the size of the cursor too. Use the left, right directional buttons to adjust the cursor. When life is born, find it and capture it. The process is very important. That's right, there's a view mode that has a different point of view. That's micro mode. It's useful for getting a wide view of the surrounding area and has another more useful function too. I thought I said that wrong because it has another more useful function too, but that sounded weird to me. In view mode, the mini-map displays organisms that haven't been captured yet. You'll find out why this is convenient soon enough, okay? The controls in view mode are simple. Use the left stick to move and use the right stick to move around. Or look around, I should say. Jesus, I'm getting all my words confused. I was up late last night. You can also use the directional buttons to movement varies between the left stick and directional buttons. So use whichever suits you best. And view mode, Jesus, you can not raise or lower terrain. However, you can ascend with R1 and descend with R2. That's all I have to say for now. Now go ahead and give it a try. Press L3 to switch between micro mode and macro mode. And view mode. Oh my god, guys. Look. Hey, stromatolite. How was it? Oh, you're sad because nothing is here. Like I said, the world is pretty much in your hands. Now let's return to macro mode. Do you understand how this world works? Now, before you move on, there's one more thing I'd like to teach you. If you press Options, you could change the control settings, adjust the volume, and save your data. Extinction is usually a natural part of life. But if you have saved data... what am I talking about? Well, never mind. Let's just move on. To birth a new species, you need more stromatolites. If zooplankton is present, that means there is shallows. If you center flat terrain on stromatolites, it'll be easier for them to flourish. They have an easier time increasing in wide areas. This is true for all organisms. Make sure you remember that. Now try widening the shallows. Your goal is 1,000. Alright guys, I think I'm going to stop it off here. I'll see you guys next time, but you know, I will be making another video today, so I guess I'll see you guys